This week on the Gopher Project, we are taking this bone color Laxdip dye and trying to turn a white head, in this case the Hammer 500, to look like these factory bone or raw colored heads. So this one is we're going to use for the example is the Mark IIF. Now part of the problem is, as I hold this up at the light, you can see where these heads are almost translucent at points. So they're not just that tan bone color. So how we're going to try to mimic this is we're going to treat this as two dyes, and we're going to use the bottom half of the dye first and do a fade. And then once we get the color we want, quickly pull it out, let it cool down, and do the top. That way you can kind of control the color by fading it and dipping it, as opposed to just leaving it in the bath and having it go, let's say, almost tan. So, like I said, we're going to use the single shot lax dip. So let's go to the next step and see how it turns out. Alright, so I got the dye ready. You see I have the bone colored head hanging right here. So what I'm going to try to do is just start to fade it. We'll see how long this takes in order to start to get it somewhat of that color. But I'm going to constantly pull it out and take a look after every few seconds, just because I want to get that initial color and get it out of the dye, because you can always go back in and dye a little more. But as you can see, well, probably not in the light, it's slowly starting to turn that color. So we'll give it a couple minutes and I'll come back in the next video. Alright, so as you can see, after a little bit of time, it's starting to get that tan. We still don't have that translucent color like this one, which is going to be hard, but the colors are starting to become very similar. So I'm going to dip the rest of the head, let it dry, and we'll see how it turned out. Alright, so as you can see, after a little bit of time, it's starting to get that tan. We still don't have that translucent color like this one, which is going to be hard, but the colors are starting to become very similar. So I'm going to dip the rest of the head, let it dry, and we'll see how it turned out.